Hello everyone, my name's Sharon and this is my Flosstube channel called How She Stitches. I can also be found over on Instagram with the same name. I also have another business page on Instagram and Facebook which is called How She Felt, which is where I share all of my needle felt work. But over here it's all about the cross stitch and my plans for what I want to stitch in the future, some of the people who I love to watch, and basically what I've been up to for the last, I think it's been another 4 or 5 weeks since I last recorded. Today is the 2nd of December, so we have started the advent calendars. Everybody's getting a little bit excited in the house, ready for Christmas now. The Christmas tree went up yesterday, which even though my youngest is now 13, it's still quite a big day when the decorations come down from the loft and we can start to put our festive take on the house. So they had a lovely day doing that yesterday. Little bit of life update. I'm working quite a bit to do my last restock of my website with my felting, which will be on the 13th of December. And then once that is done, I'm going to be putting my feet up, closing the order book, and I won't be doing any more work for my felting job until the new year. So I'm going to have a lovely break, enjoy time with the children. My son will be coming home from uni, so that'll be lovely to have him here too. And yeah, we will be here, just quite small, quiet Christmas. Lots of hot chocolate, lots of yummy food to eat, and staying very snug and cozy on the sofa is pretty much the plan for our Christmas this year. So I just wanted to say thank you if you've been here before and you've come back. It's really lovely to have you here. If you're new, welcome. I hope you like something that I'm going to be sharing with you today. Sorry, all the airs. I'm not very prepared, shall we say, today. So today I have decided that I'm just going to talk about my Christmas stitching. It is what I've been sort of focusing on for the last few weeks, because I've had quite a few sort of stitch alongs that I've been doing, or start alongs, and I get a little bit monogamous with my stitching. When I get into something that I'm really enjoying, I like to work on it for a few days, so I don't have lots of new starts, lots of little things to show you. They're sort of larger pieces, so not too much to talk about, but still nice to see them all the same. A few plans for what I'm going to do for the rest of December. There is a small giveaway, my first time of doing one of those, and then like I say at the end I'll just show you some of the pieces I've been needle felting, which will be going into my shop on the 13th. So where should we start? The first stitch that I've been working quite a bit on, I was doing really well with this stitch along and making sure that as soon as I got the pattern, loading it all onto my iPad so that I wasn't having to print everything every time, getting each part done, which was a weekly 14-part stitch along, and then I lost a little bit of momentum with it. I think I know why, but I'll explain that when I show you. So anyway, this is the Tiny Modernist stitch along, which was called Ho Ho Christmas, and you can see all these lovely little sections. I've still got some stitching around Santa there and across the top with the ho ho ho, and then there's a few more boxes at the bottom and one little one at the top that I still need to squeeze in. Sorry for the crinkles, my iron does not come out very often, it will when it's finished, and that's probably it. So yeah, I think I stumbled across this part with a little cat in the stocking, and it is somebody messaging me now. It is just that cats aren't really my thing. I'm much more of a dog person. Nothing really against cats, but they're just not my thing. But I thought, oh, I'll just stitch. It's not my favourite part. Just get it done and then I'm ready to go, which I still did. Then I realised that I'd gone a little bit wrong on this stocking that the little cat is in. And yeah, I think that was just my little, oh, I've lost the inspiration to keep going, but it has come back. I've now seen the final part. The final part came out on Monday. So I have downloaded that, and I'll be getting back onto this one. I might do a little bit today, although I had planned a new start for today, which I'll show you in a little while, but I might give myself a bit of time this afternoon because I've already done some felting for the day. So yeah, it's been lovely. I really love stitching this one. I love the hot chocolate and the cookies. Really loved the ballerina, I suppose, nutcracker ballerina, and the little rocking horse. So it is still a lovely design. I'm not completely put off by the fact there's a cat on there. It just sort of gave me a little bit of a stall, but it was still, I still love it. Still been a really nice one to stitch. I love the tiny modernist patterns anyway. I have lots of them that I'm going to be working on next year, but I shall tell you all about that in something else exciting that's going to happen in a couple of weeks' time. So watch this space for all the plans for stitching next year. So that's that one. So another reason that I went a little bit off with this one was that I started another stitch along around the same time, and it's absolutely gorgeous, but it is also quite an epic stitch. There is a lot of stitches. I think one part we had, myself and Lindsay from Stitch and Magic had found out that just in one part of it there was 3,000 stitches in the third part, I think. So we kind of knew that we were probably not going to keep up. I have caught up more than Lindsay. Lindsay just loves the new starts more than me, I think, or the organising. I seem to put that off, but it's lovely that I can sort of say to Lindsay, oh, I've done this bit, and she gets excited and tells me, oh, I'm going to get back to that one, I really want to do some more on it. So it's been lovely to be able to talk my way through another stitch along with her. So this is the Satsuma Street Holiday House, and as you can see, it's a bit of a whopper. I am on the last section now, which is here right at the top. So we've got some more, like a lovely roof with a lovely pattern, and then there's a little Santa Claus to come at the top. Still got some back stitching to do on these penguins. This was the part that we found out that just this section here, the penguins, was over 3,000 stitches. So to do that in 2 weeks and not get anything else done, it felt a little bit impossible at times. So I love those snowmen though. They were my favourite part, and I absolutely adore this little polar bear. He's gorgeous. I actually want to make a needle felt polar bear because I haven't done any of those for a couple of years, so he's on my plans too. But this wasn't the called for fabric. It was originally done on a sort of raw linen fabric, but that I started it in the wrong place, so I had to start again anyway. Ordered another piece of the linen, and in the meantime, while I was waiting for that to come along, not linen, sorry, it was Ada, I saw somebody else had used a different colour and I fell in love with it. So I ended up ordering this, which is a Kitty Bloom Studio White Christmas. So there was lots of lovely Adas. This is 14 count. Again, because there was so much to do, I just thought that was the safest route to go for me. I have had a go with even weave and I do really enjoy stitching on it, but for something so big, that's just, I'm not at that level yet. So yeah, and I really enjoyed stitching on it. It's been lovely because I'm not having to focus quite as hard as I would if I was doing on even weave or linen. So this is sat in front of the TV chatting to the children and just enjoying stitching it, enjoying getting that festive mood. I do actually feel like I got festive a little bit earlier this year due to the fact I've been stitching Christmas since September, so that's been really nice. But yeah, absolutely love this one. I can't wait to have it finished. It's going to be framed. I've got a perfect spot on the wall already waiting for it. I'm so glad I went with a different fabric because I just love everything about this one, so it's gorgeous. So that one is that. And I only actually have another one to show you that I have started, which this one was a start along, not a stitch along, which I had arranged a few weeks ago that I was going to be doing this again with Lindsay from Stitch and Magic. and we've had a couple of other ladies join us, which has been lovely. We've got a little Instagram group which is lovely and chatty, but it's absolutely terrible for my bank account because everybody keeps telling us about the discounts that are going on at the moment for Black Friday, and all keep going off to go and do a little bit of extra Christmas shopping for ourselves. So this is "'Tis the Season" that we have all been working on. This isn't the called for fabric, and that's not the called for threads. I just decided to use stuff that was in my stash, so some of the colours are a little bit different if you're actually following with the other ones. I don't even know what makes they are. I just sort of tried to match them as closely as I could, and then I also ended up buying myself one of the TMC colour charts so that I could just make sure that I was definitely on the right path with things, because it was such a big design. So there's still some little hanging decorations. This is the top section. There's going to be some decorations hanging down, and this was, should have said, came from Cross Stitcher magazine. It was the December issue. I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it, and then when Lindsay said, "Oh, have you seen this one?" I was like, "Yeah, that's my favourite in the whole magazine." So that was why we chose to do that one. The called for fabric, the reason I changed my mind was that this one was right next to it, listed on the shop's website. This one was cheaper, and I've got 4 children, so Christmas is a very expensive time, especially if I start doing a lot of me shopping. I was actually saying in the group the other day that, I keep saying to myself that I'm allowed it because I don't really buy myself anything. Turns out I buy myself quite a lot when it's to do with cross stitch or any other craft, really. Good job that felting's quite a well, economical you could call it. Materials anyway aren't too expensive. It's just sort of the time that it takes. So yeah, I think it has worked out okay. It seems like I'm happy with it. It's a little bit more of an aqua colour than what I think the called for fabric was, more blue, but I actually really like it with the pinks and the oranges. I think it looks lovely. So yeah, I think it was still a good choice. Yes, I have got the magazine, so I can just quickly show you the other bits of a lovely little angel, this lovely bird. I did get quite frustrated with this pattern. I made lots of mistakes. I don't know why. It was just one of those patterns. All these leaves, I had to frog a couple of times. This lovely poinsettia in the middle, absolutely beautiful, and that was where I started. But my goodness, that was a lot of mistakes, a lot of frogging and a lot of restitching. So it did get put to one side for a couple of days in the naughty corner, but I was glad that I could get back to it. So I am giving this one a break for a couple of days now, just so I can get back onto Satsuma Street, because I really do want to get that finished this year. If this one doesn't, it doesn't matter, although I probably will want to, but that could be when it gets to actual Christmas time that I do that. So those are the pieces mainly that I've been working on. Last night I did have one little new start. Back to my, I never buy myself anything, I'm so good, all my children have all my money. I bought myself a cross stitch advent calendar this year because I am in love with the mindfulness and the time that I can give myself, because I enjoyed the cross stitch so much. This year has been really difficult. My mental health has not been great, and I honestly believe that cross stitch has saved me this year from spiraling. So I decided to treat myself when I saw that the advent calendars were coming out, and I was going to do it like the pay in 3 on PayPal or something to make it a little bit more affordable rather than in one go, but I didn't. I just went for it, and as soon as it arrived, I've been so excited for the advent calendar to start. I went with the one from the Historical Sampler Company. I did also like the look of the caterpillar cross stitch one. but the sort of style I think is more me from sort of historical sampler. And I love the sort of cotton and twine boxes, so I just knew that it was going to be lovely. So day one was yesterday. I have opened day two, but I won't mention anything about that one in case some of you see this before you've opened yours. But the first part of the advent was this lovely little pattern. Now, when you ordered the advent calendar for this one, you got a bag which had all of the threads and some finishing fabric in it already. So it was just the pattern that we got yesterday. Sorry, my throat's getting really croaky. I hope I haven't got a cold on the way. It was this lovely little sheep pattern. They are so cute. I love them. They're nice, well, not simple. They still have a lot of detail, but they are manageable sort of little stitches that you can get done. And I believe it said that there's 7 patterns across the month that are to come. And last night I couldn't help myself. I had to make a start. It's still in the hoop, and this is as far as I got last night. Again, I say that it's simple, but it wasn't. I still went wrong. Still had to frog some of this sheep because I'd miscounted a little bit. Probably getting too tired really to be sat up not needle felting, cross stitching, needle felting on the brain at the moment. So yeah, that was what I started last night. I'm going to finish this bit today as well. So I might want to get back to the tiny modernist, but also I have another plan, another new start. And I'm blaming Lindsay again because I hadn't even got the magazine, and she said, oh, have you seen Cross Stitcher magazine this month? There's some really lovely patterns in there, especially one again which is a tiny modernist, and she loves tiny modernist as much as I do. So that made me literally in about 10 minutes put my shoes on and head to the shop to pick up the magazine and also something tasty to eat when I got home, to have a cup of tea and a bit of cake while I looked in the Cross Stitcher magazine. So this is the pattern that she said I would fall in love with, and I absolutely did. It's gorgeous. I love that it's different colours, not sort of, it is traditional, but there's parts that aren't traditional colours and things in there. I love that it's just little motifs rather than full coverage. I have done full coverage, but I much prefer to do something like this one. So I ordered the fabric for this, and it is a Zweigart 14 count Ada. Again, I think Christmas stitching, especially for me, Ada is sort of my comfort spot, I suppose. So yeah, I ordered that. It was actually from Amazon, I think, this time. So just wanted to guarantee that I was going to get it so that I could start in plenty of time. Because last time I ordered fabric, frustratingly, took about 4 weeks to come, and then that would mean that Christmas is gone and I wouldn't have started. Again, I'm going to use my stash, and so some of these changes, colours might be changing up a little bit, just because it will be what's available. But I can't wait to get into this one. So I think this will definitely be a start tonight, but how much I actually do on it, I'm not sure. But I think throughout sort of Christmas, I want to just try and concentrate on one little motif a day or something, just to get in the swing of it. I doubt this will be finished this year. It will probably go into the new year and then come out again next, probably October, November time, when I want to get back into the festive spirit. But I love that it says part 1 here at the bottom, because you get all of the patterns, so there's not more of this actual design coming, but I'm presuming that means that we're going to get something coming in spring, August time for a summer one. And yeah, hopefully I'll get it done in time for the next Christmas. But it would be lovely if these are sort of going to be a bit of a set. I'm going to run out of wall space if they do though. So those are the main things that I've been working on. I do want to try and turn up here a little bit more often over December, not necessarily as a Flossmas. I don't feel I'm very well organised for that at all, but I need to get in a better habit with coming here to record, not leaving it too long. So I'm going to try and do weekly. It might be 2 weekly, or it might just be whenever I think, oh, I've got some time and I've got something to talk about. So I am hoping to come back a bit more often so that I can have a little catch up with you. I just want to give a little bit of a shout out to some of my new discoveries, favourite people. As always, I will shout out Lindsay. She opened up this whole world of cross stitch for me, and I can't thank her enough for it. As I say, this year has been difficult, and it's not just cross stitch. I think a lot of it has been that Lindsay's got me through too. She's always there with a message to see how I'm doing and to sort of have a little chat, which has been lovely. So I love all the pieces that Lindsay does. I always see what she's doing and think, oh, I need to do that one, I want to do that. So I have quite the list. We have got a few plans for next year, which we're excited about, sort of getting to do some things together. But other people who I've been watching, the lovely Julie from Peachy Stitcher, she has some absolutely gorgeous patterns. She'd had a break for a little while because she'd had to have some medical stuff going on, which if you go and see her, she does explain it all, but it's not my place to talk about it. But I love her patterns. She has so many lovely things. She seems like such a lovely person. Definitely one where I think, oh, I wish she was just around the corner, because I'd love to like nip and have a cup of tea and a little cross stitch chat with her. Yeah, she seems lovely. I know it was really sad the last time that I saw that she did a Flosstube. She said that she had unfortunately had somebody be quite rude about the fact that she shared some sort of life updates, and that said we just want to see the cross stitch. And I just thought that was awful. Like, I love getting to know people. I think that the cross stitch community is such a lovely place, and there is room for all of us to sort of enjoy getting to know each other and seeing what each other is stitching. So I hope that it doesn't put Julie off to sort of talk a little bit about life as well, because I'm interested to see how things are going for her and for her cross stitching. I know she does a lot of other crafting as well, which is very much like me. Like, I'm always busy doing something crafty, and she has a little craft studio, I believe, which sounds amazing. I mean, I'm very lucky that I have this as my craft studio anyway where I work, but mine's in my garden, so I don't get many visitors here. But it would be lovely if we could sort of like get together with some other people who like to craft. So yeah, if you haven't already seen Julie, pop over and say hello to her. I'm just going to quickly have a bit of my cup of tea before it gets too cold, and so my throat doesn't get too dry and scratchy. Another person who I've been watching is Emma Stitching. She's lovely, such a lovely, bubbly person. Her floss tubes are just full of energy. I love to watch floss tubes when I'm stitching anyway, but again, I think Emma had a little bit of a break and has just come back, so she was a really lovely one to find. And I will go back and sort of catch up with some of her past floss tubes as well. I love all the sort of colourful ones that she does, and I also love that, similar to me, a lot of her cross stitch patterns that she loves and chooses are ones that she's done because her children like them, or they remind her of things that her children like, which that's something that I really want to do with my cross stitch, do things that for me, for my family, for my children. So yeah, it's been lovely to watch those. I also was catching up with Jen's Stitchy Corner the other day. I haven't watched all of them, but I can't believe that she showed up absolutely every single day of November to talk about all of her full coverage cross stitch that she was working on for her birthday month, I think it was, or was that last month when she done the dragons? But yeah, November has been full coverage, and it's been lovely to see the progress that she's making. One of the pieces that she's been stitching on was Sycamore Gap by Lucy Pittaway, which is one that I've actually completed, and is lovely. I really love that stitch. and my son has bought me the Tree of Hope, which is sort of a companion piece that has been done since the tree was sadly cut down. So it's been lovely to see how she's been doing her challenge, just sort of spinning the wheels, been lovely. She's had new starts. I say lovely a lot, don't I? We'll be driving everybody crazy if you're watching. So yeah, it has been really nice to see what she's been up to. The massive piece that she's doing, the Alice in Wonderland, it's epic. It's not something that I could commit to. I mean, Satsuma Street is probably about my limit on the size thing. I love the long dogs, but I think because of the way that I stitch, that I get completely obsessed with a particular thing. If I was to do something that big, I wouldn't do anything else, and then by the time I finished it, I probably wouldn't like it, because my head is fickle like that. But yeah, it's been really lovely to see how much she's enjoyed doing it, and I just think it's amazing that she did that every single day, when I've been saying for probably most of November I really must record my Flosstube, and here we are on the 2nd of December. So anybody that has the motivation and self-discipline to stick with something, I absolutely applaud you. I am very much a as and when inspiration takes me. So yeah, I'm not one for plans that are set in stone. So yeah, if you haven't had a look, go and see what Jen's been up to. There's some gorgeous patterns. And the last one that I want to shout out is the lovely Kerry from Colour Feed Cross Stitch. I absolutely love her patterns, her choices. I've loved to see the Stitches books. Oh, I can't even think what the name of it is now. With all the different authors anyway that are depicted in it. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a huge stitch again. I'd love to think I could do that one. My son loves reading, so it would be nice for him, but it's quite a big challenge to commit to, so maybe not yet, but it might happen one day. But she has lots of lovely stitches. Very much looking forward to seeing her Dracula stitch that is going to be coming along. She started on Halloween with Cross Stitch Sarah, I think it was, that they've started that together. So yeah, I'm excited to see how that one keeps popping up all across the year, see if she gets it done for next year. But I also love all of the book recommendations that Kerry gives at the end of her Flosstube episodes. I have read a couple of the books that were on her recommendations. My favourite one being, which I think she has said is her favourite book, was a book called No Exit, which was, it really got my like thriller bug, and I got dragged into the story, and there was lots of little twists and turns, some that I did not see coming at all. So that was really lovely to read something that she'd recommended. So now I always make sure anything that she recommends goes on a little list. If I think, oh yeah, that's it. And earlier, we're going to have a little giveaway today. So before I get on to the other things that I want to share with you, I've decided to give away a little needle minder that I've hand painted. I have made a few of these now, mostly for myself, but also made one for Lindsay for her birthday. And I wanted to make some needle minders featuring the characters from my How She Felting sort of family. So I made a little bear one for Lindsay, and for this one I went with one of my Christmas favourites, one of my biggest sellers for Christmas actually, is my little penguins in their little knitted scarves, all sort of snuggly for the colder weather. So I decided to paint that onto a needle minder, and this is the one that I am going to give away today. So I'm really pleased with how he turned out. Got these little sort of bits of snow as well around him, and he's looking all cozy in his blue scarf. Absolutely came out how I've sort of pictured it was going to. It's a little bit wonky, but I kind of like wonky. I think that adds a bit of character. So if you would like to win a little needle minder, then pop me a comment down below and just pop the word penguin, and then I will add you all in to a comment picker, and somebody will receive this in the post. Please just, if you need to be over 18, because I need to ask for an address to send it, I'll send it anywhere, so it doesn't matter where you're from. Obviously it'll be, no, it might take a bit longer, it might not get there till the new year because of the postal timings and things, but I think penguins are an all year round thing anyway. So yeah, if you would like to be in with a chance of receiving my little penguin needle minder, then just pop a message down below and mention the word penguin. Please don't say giveaway or freebie or anything. I don't want the bots to come and find me and get all of the spam entries. So that was the giveaway. Now I'm just going to move on to a couple of other little Advent-y, Christmassy sort of things that I've got for this December. Myself and again Lindsay, we are doing a drawing challenge. Lindsay actually showed me this artist called Karen Campbell. She was doing a 31 days of October spooky drawings as a little challenge, and I fell in love with the way that she sort of draws. I've joined her drawing club, and the pictures that we're doing for this Frosty Friends challenge, all sort of Christmassy, using this technique that she showed us for the spooky drawing, using fountain pens, which to start off with I thought there's no way I'm going to be brave enough to go straight in with a pen when it comes to drawing. I don't feel I'm the most natural person to draw. I do feel quite creative and I can make whatever I want in needlefelt most of the time, but to actually put pencil normally onto paper and draw something, I don't feel that confident with it. So that's really why I wanted to do the challenge when I saw that Lindsay was doing it, because I would love to improve on my skill of drawing, and I'm already in love and I've only done day one. I haven't seen what day two is, but I just wanted to share with you anyway. That isn't he just the sweetest little penguin? So a bit of a theme going on there with penguins in snuggly scarves, but I got this one. I didn't actually start it until today. Should have been yesterday, but the day got away with me. But I think he's amazing. I absolutely love this way of drawing. It's all drawn with a fountain pen, and then you use a water brush just to sort of move the ink around, and I just think it's so effective. Reminds me a lot of like the Quentin Blake drawings and illustrations that we all sort of knew from, well, if you're the same age as me, that we used to read when we were little, like the Roald Dahl books and everything. It reminds me of that, although obviously he added colour, whereas these ones haven't. But I'm really looking forward to seeing if I can keep up with an Advent challenge, and whether I can keep doing things and feeling quite proud of what I'm drawing. My son also saw this one this morning and I got that's actually pretty neat, Mum. Was it neat? No, mint. So apparently, you know, I've got a little bit of kudos there from my son, who isn't the most creative or academic or anything, but he actually wants to have a go, so that would be lovely if he does join me when we have a go at painting later. Drawing. Can you tell that the whole festive spirit has already got to my head and turned it to mush? Okay, so the next Advent thing that I have to show you, this wasn't anything to do with me. My lovely friend popped around yesterday morning and I thought, oh my goodness, she's got Christmas presents in her hand. How has she got to the 1st of December, done all of the Christmas shopping, got everything wrapped? So she gave me my present and she said, I'm early with it because you need to open it today. Now, she knows that myself and my cousin love doing jigsaw puzzles. It was a bit of a sort of COVID pandemic lockdown thing that we started doing puzzles, and we found this puzzle company called Cloud Breeze. We've done most of the 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzles, although my cousin's done more of them than I have, because I go through stages of wanting to do them and then I give up. But they launched an advent puzzle, so this is the top of the box, so it doesn't give anything away that I'm aware of anyway. And this was what my lovely friend brought round for me yesterday, as well as some lovely tea bags, some very yummy biscuits, and a lovely little Christmas mug, which I should have brought that out to show you too, with this Christmas jigsaw puzzle advent. So each day you get some parts of the jigsaw puzzle to work through. The image of the puzzle is in here. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this without looking at what the image is. Like I say, I don't mind a puzzle. I really enjoy doing them. These are lovely quality, so I know it'll be lovely. I know the picture will be gorgeous. Whether I can work that out without looking at a picture, we shall see. So I might have to sneak in and have a look at what the picture actually is, but I don't think it's cheap, and it doesn't matter that it gives the surprise away, because I know that it's going to be a lovely picture in the end anyway. But I didn't get to start that yesterday. As I said, the day ran away with us, and I ended up going to bed quite early last night. So today I've got 2 parts to get on with, and I'm excited to see. Apparently it glows in the dark as well. So I just thought that was such a lovely present, and she said, I want you to take 30 minutes just for yourself each day, have a cup of tea and a biscuit, and do a little bit of that puzzle. And she said it's okay if the boys want to join in and help you too. So I'm really looking forward to starting that. So that is my cross stitch and my advent stitching, my little drawing challenge, my other little advent, and the only thing left to sort of go through is some of my needle felting. So needle felting is my day job. I've been self-employed now for 16 years. Built up my needle felting business like over those years while my boys were little. Now that they're at school, I have more time, so I've been able to really make it a business, which is, it's incredible. I love it. I love that I can work for myself. I don't want to have to go back to working in Tesco's on a checkout like I did when I was a teenager. So to be able to build my own business has been amazing, and I have so many beautiful customers who keep coming back. And although it's lovely to reach new people and have new people find my work, when people come back again and again, that feels really special. So I'm always very grateful. Anybody that buys from me, that sort of spends their money with me, especially at the moment when things are so expensive, to have them keep coming back and spending with me, I'm so grateful for it. So I have changed things up a little bit. The last few years I have taken orders for Christmas items, and by end of September, October time, my stress levels were up here, and I'd start being chased for, oh, how long is my order going to be, which is fair enough because you've already paid for it and you want to know that you're going to get it in time. But I decided that this year I needed to take the stress away from something somewhere, and it was that I had to change. So I've been doing like a monthly shop update, and it's been going really well. I've only done one. I'm hoping the second one goes well, but this is the last chance that there is to get something that I've made for this year. Like I say, I want to have a bit of time off over Christmas to relax and spend time with the children. So the update is going to be on the 13th of December at 7 o'clock. We're in England and the UK. So yeah, if you are a follower of me over on How She Felt and you want to come along to the online shop update, be ready. I'm waiting. Last shop update, I sold out everything in my shop in 5 minutes. So there was quite a lot of people who missed out. some that weren't very happy with me, that they missed out and that I wasn't going to be taking orders. But there's only one of me, and I had to do what was right for me, right for my headspace. So anyway, what I've been doing since the last update sold me out, I launched a new project which I've always made snowmen, and they were one of my favourite and most popular makes, along with the penguins. But this year I decided that the snowman had been a little bit lonely and he needed a lady in his life. So I designed a little girl snow person with their little scarf and their little bows, and they have had so much love. I think they were the first thing to sell out in my last update. Oh, I've got a little stray fibre. So yeah, I've made 2. There will be more. They are on the list for tomorrow, I think, to make. I'm also going to make some of the snowmen because some people have wanted to have the happy couple together. So my snowman, it has a little top hat on, and I decided to make a mini version. So I wanted to make some kind of decoration. When you make things a lot smaller in needlefelt, it does not mean that it's quicker or easier. It probably means that it takes you longer and it's more of a pain in the to do. But here he is. So he is really quite tiny. He's got his little Merry Christmas at the bottom. So he can be hung on a tree or anywhere that you've got a little hanging space. So I'll just show you the difference in the sizes. So normally the snowmen are as big as these ones. So this was quite a challenge to make him that tiny. Can't actually see. It's blending into the background. And these wooden baubles were made specially for me. I have a wonderful friend called Trish who has a laser cutter, and she makes beautiful jewellery. So if you're ever looking for some lovely quirky and fun jewellery, head on over to her Instagram page. She's called Lemony Pickle on Instagram, and she makes amazing things, and she's always getting little messages from me to say, oh Trish, I've had a thought. But she made my little dream come true by making these. They're absolutely just what I wanted. She also laser cuts all of my little, oh, I don't know if it's going to focus, probably not, how she felt tags. So everything that I make will have one of these, a little bit like my signature, I suppose. So they're all new for this year. We shall see how they go. One of my other, I think this is my favourite of the Christmas bears, was this little guy. So we have a little Rudolph bear. You see we've got a little jingly bell with his shiny red nose. It would always be between this bear and the next one that I'm going to show you which one would be the favourite and which one I'd make more of in the years. So yeah, he was always a good favourite, lovely little tartan bow. So he will be looking for his forever home. And the other favourite, which has had a redesign this year, is the little Christmas pudding bear. Now, other years I've done the belly completely brown, but I wasn't quite happy with it anymore, so I wanted to change it up a bit, which is why we went with the little polka dotty Christmas pudding to match the little bow. And yeah, that one's been a popular one. That was quite a few upset people who didn't get this and who thought that I should, rather than get ready for this one, make things to order for them. Which I can't please everybody, and I need to do what was good for me. So we have Rudolph, and a couple of years ago I took part in an online market, and the online markets used to have themes, and this was like a white Christmas theme, so I had to come up with some new ideas and designs. And because Rudolph is so popular, I decided that we needed another reindeer for Santa's sleigh. So here we have the little Blitzen bear. It has a lovely, this is sari silk bow. I buy big bags of this, so it's like recycled silk, which I love to do if I can sort of have things that would have been thrown away. I suppose the wool is, to an extent, because we don't really tend to save wool and sell that as much as we used to. Got a little snowflake charm and this little blue nose, absolutely lovely. I hate making antlers though. They're very fiddly, and I stab my finger more than I stab the fluff on those ones, so always dangerous when you're working with white wool to end up with bright red blood all over it because you stabbed your finger again. So the last one that I'm going to show you today, this has actually been a bear that I retired for a few years because I didn't like making them. They're not the easiest of things to make, but the end result I love. And I think I've mentioned before that a grey bear is my absolute favourite bear to make. So I make a lot of the sort of caramelly colour bears and a lot of the white bears with all the pastel colours and everything, but there's something special about a grey bear for me. I think probably because of my special bear, which I talk about in another one of my Flosstubes if you go back a couple of episodes. He's a little grey bear that I will never part with unless you've got £1 million that you want to give me, and you can have him. But I had to bring this one back this year. So this is my little drummer bear. So the reason I don't like making these is that doing this jumper jacket sort of thing, the arms are really fiddly, intricate work, which I do find easier now, so I probably didn't mind it quite as much as I used to when I was making this one. But yeah, I love that he's on a grey bear. I've never done, or I might have done once, made it on a grey bear, but I think it just suits him perfectly. And he's got his little drum with his little drumsticks, his lovely little star button on his hat, which is a little bit wonky, so that will annoy me. There we go. And yeah, I think he will be popular, but he will be the only one in the shop, so whoever gets him is going to have to be speedy at the checkout, I think. So yeah, we shall see how things go. I wonder whether we're going to beat the 5-minute sellout or whether it will take a little bit longer this time, if there'll be anything left over. So that's all I've got to share today. Thank you again for joining me. If you do like what I've been sort of talking about, seeing my needle felting as well as my cross stitch, I would love it if you did subscribe, hit the like button, because it really would help to grow things and push me forward with sort of making more of my cross stitch business. Even though it's not really business, I'm not making anything from it at the moment, but one day, who knows. It would be lovely if you could subscribe and join me there. So I'm sorry for all of the and getting stuck on my words and fumbling over things. It's been really lovely to spend some time with you again. And a final little reminder, if you would like this little needle minder, then please do pop me a comment at the bottom with the word penguin, and I will choose somebody at random. I am planning on doing some more giveaways this month. If I do manage to get around to doing some more Flosstubes, there will be a giveaway in each one in the month of December, and I have decided that one of the giveaways will be for one of my needle felted items. I don't know what yet, but yeah, I'd love to give one of those away. Part of my business is that I always want to be able to make things better, feel a little bit better. I know I can't fix things, but if I can make somebody's journey a little bit nicer because they've got something to hold and smile at, then it's a good day as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, there will be something like that in a giveaway, which will be a little bit later into the month. So please do pop back again if you would like to give a forever home to one of my little housey felt family. And we shall see how I get on with the Advent cross stitching, and planning on plans, looking at plans of what I'm going to be doing into the next year. So thank you again for joining me. I really do appreciate you sitting through my babbling. I now have to do lots of editing because there's quite a bit that I'm going to cut out of this video, I think. Thank you very much. I shall see you again very soon. Bye.